Jason&Jabari.
What's up, guys? This is Jason from the Jason and Jabari Gaming, and today we have war number 2 of season 49, and we're up against the Matrix. I don't remember fighting these guys in the previous few seasons. I know the Matrix has been a solid alliance, and shout out to my boy Thin, the Thinterceptor. He's a good dude. But yeah, so today's team that I'm going to be having is Apocalypse, Kang, and Onslaught. I was actually just checking the synergy that Onslaught had with Apocalypse, which is every 20th hit you get the crush debuff, which essentially makes him go unblockable, which is actually pretty useful. I actually do get to use Kang for a fight here. I was asked if I wanted to use Kang for a fight, so I immediately said yes. Thank you, Jelly. You know I love you, brother. So yeah, so we're going to be on path 8 in section 1, and then we have 2 mini bosses. So another 4-fight war for me. But yeah, man, we have some interesting fights. So this first fight is against Agent Venom, who is tactic. We're going to be using Apocalypse. The Kang synergy essentially starts him fully ramped. And then we're going to put his Horseman ability on the boss, who we will not be taking. But basically, I just don't dex. With Apocalypse, Agent Venom cannot shrug debuffs. So this is going to be a very fast fight. As you can see, he is almost down. That might have actually taken him out if he didn't get his indestructible buff from being tactic. But we go into a medium into another special 2, and he's toast. Now, the next fight that we have, is Chila, and I didn't want to use Apocalypse here because we couldn't knock her down because she has cleanse mechanic, which is not shrugging, so she bypasses essentially Apocalypse. So this is where I'll ask to use Kang. So I switched up my masteries to the max bleed debuffs just in case I get a bleed on me, which is actually kind of weird because I do, but I don't think it should have happened like that. But you'll see how the fight plays out. I'm very comfortable with Kang. He's my favorite champion in the gang, as most of you guys already know. But the idea here is to ramp up my Furies and hit her block until actually she gets a bar of power, because that's an easy end for me. And again, I'm building up my Fury, so I'm going to hit way harder by the time I actually start hitting her. So we're not really losing any time essentially. So there she goes. She fires off her special one. That's our end right there. We do 4-hit combo into a draft back, and she catches me right there. Like her dash right there was so far in my opinion, but that's the only bleed that I'm gonna get on me. But I don't think she should have launched at me like that, but I could be wrong. So anyway, we're just basically draft back intercepting, baiting out special ones. We're not gonna knock her down ever. That's the key to this fight. Don't knock her down. But again, we're ramping up. We're going to get up to 20 Furies, which happen every 4 seconds, which is a minute and 20 seconds, and we'll be fully ramped up. I get to the special 3, and I know this is absolutely going to kill. So let's see if it does. We didn't have 20 Furies just yet, but yeah, man, GG's. Rank 2 Chilith in the bin, no problem for Kang. All right, so now we're going to move up to our first mini. This is a rank 3 Sig 80 Korg on the regen node. It's like he gains like multiple regens. So I'm going to be using Apocalypse here. I did put on Resonate for this fight to give me an additional debuff. I am running Max Despair. So I'm just going to do a couple hits and back off. Again, he can't shrug. So I'm going to do a couple hits and back off. And when he has his rock stacks up, I'm not going to do a medium attack because it is contact. I launched my first special 2. It does some decent damage. But again, we're trying to stay back. I do a heavy to get him to toss off his special 2, which I don't punish. And then we're just going to rinse and repeat, do a few hits, back off. I get to another special 2. I was supposed to throw off my special 1 there. Didn't work. I fully dex his special, and then I just stand there. I was trying to heavy right there, and I just stood there. I really hate when the game does that. So now we have to re-ramp, which is fine. We're in a good spot. We're minimizing his regen buffs that he's getting. I launch my special 2 again, and it does decent damage. Fully dexed in his special 1. I'm just waiting around. Do a heavy. Now we're going to get rid of his rock stacks once again. We launch the special 1. We get that off. So now we have all the debuffs that we can have on him, essentially. We heavy, and now we're just going to get to a special 3. That's the name of the game. I should have backed off there a little bit. He did get to 3 regens, but briefly. Now he's down to 1. Max Despair is doing its job for us. So we're just keeping up our debuffs, trying to get back to a special 3 now. Well, not back to a special 3, but to a special 3, I should say, while keeping up our debuffs on him, which we're going to launch that special 3. I don't think it kills, but it does do decent damage. That's going to make him permanent, and we do have the resonate debuff, so that's going to be our 5th debuff. So now it's pretty safe to actually attack him, but I'm still not going to. I medium into the special 1 to go ahead and finish it off. So slower fight, but very safe fight. So Apocalypse definitely did his thing. I thought my Apocalypse was ascended, honestly, but he's not. So he's probably going to be my next ascension, because I've been assigned him a few times to place horsemen and things like that. And, you know, I love my Kang. So, yeah. All right, last fight, we have this Maestro on Hazard Shift, Stun Immunity. I was very nervous about this fight, honestly. They didn't have a video for me. I was kind of given a few pointers. It was literally like special 1 into special 2, and I'm just like, okay, great. So I ended up going with Power Start 1. I'm only supposed to attack in the Hazard Shift Incinerate, which actually heals us, so that's good. So I maxed out willpower for this, but we don't want to hit too often into the poison phase, because that will stop some of our regen, and that's not good. 1 or 2 ticks is fine, but beyond that, we're gonna we're gonna start melting. So we didn't want to do that. So I throw off my special 2, and I'm thinking, that dude still has 80% health. This is not great. So yeah. So really, I'm paying attention to his poison phase. I was told to parry and reparry his hits to minimize the damage taken. I do have these fights sped up just a wee bit, so it's about 120, so it's not too bad. But you guys see that crush debuff? That definitely helps us. I swung into the air on accident when I was trying to do a heavy there. Just another input issue that's annoying. But honestly, looking back, there was a couple things that I'm going to work on with this fight. I got a couple good pointers, but right now we have that crush debuff coming back. I'm going to make sure that I try and capitalize on it this time. So yeah, we heavy counter his heavy, which is really good because his heavy reach is pretty solid. And every time we're getting those incinerate debuffs on us, we are healing for a decent amount, which is really good. He does have his I guess the degen mechanic on, because he reached 30 of his buffs or whatnot. I can't think of the name of it. Cosmic radiation, there we go. So we are ticking down from that, but aside from that, we're doing pretty good. I'm using my openings as I'm able to. I think we only eat that special 1 the entire fight. But yeah, man, I'm just watching the poisons and I'm just like, okay, start heavy countering, which we're doing a little bit, so that's helping. Every tick is actually helping. We took basically a 5-hit combo to the block there, which thank goodness he didn't have his block pan on, because that would have not been good. But yeah, so we're watching out for the poison. We did take a couple ticks of that poison, more than we wanted to, but so far so good. He's going down slowly but surely. We are getting whittled down ourselves, but we're still in it. So I'm just trying to make sure I don't die here. Um, and again, I'm super nervous for this fight, but we are dexing like a boss right now. I'm not gonna lie. Only one mistake with the dexing period. The rest is just cosmic radiation damage and block penetration damage. So far we're doing well. At this point, I'm super confident that I can finish it out. He's ticking. He gets me in the corner. I just released my special one to go ahead and finish him off. So super scary fight. If I take it again, there's a few things that I'm going to work on. But yeah, man, still deathless so far. I know it's super early in the season, but we did get another one death war. So hopefully next time we can get a donut. But fortunately for us, we did end up winning. We kind of went back and forth there for a minute, and I was unsure if we could clutch it out or not. But in the end, we did actually win. GG's to Matrix. Shout out to you guys. Well fought war. I believe final score was 8-12. So hopefully on our end we can clean up a few things, learn a few things as we're moving forward, so we don't make those mistakes, because I believe the goal is top 10 in Masters. So we're gonna have to clean up our act just a wee bit in order to ensure that we can compete with the other alliances that's going to be more at the top. But that's going to do it for this one. Like and subscribe, continue to help us grow. We've hit 1,800, and it's all thanks to you guys. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.